Well, I'm a little sick, but we are starting a new video. Let's get to it. I like the picture. I've got some bad news and some more bad news. Which do you want first? Alright, I'll pick. For starters, I hear the chief's been spending more and more time checking his beard in the mirror. That can only mean one thing. It's almost beard tied. What are we gonna do? At this rate, we'll never make it. As for the other bit of bad news, some of the workers have turned tail and ran back to the village before they get in any more trouble. Now there ain't enough people to handle production or bring in raw materials. Bridget, Carr, and the others are already at their breaking point. I even thought about asking Azog for help, but I can't bloody find her. Think, Ronit, think. There must be a way. Maybe a nice relaxing stroll will clear my head. Yeah, a quick trip to scenic damp soul should sort me out. And whatever you do, don't follow me. Even if you think I might get eaten by hungry beasties, don't follow me. Yes, definitely don't do that. Ronit definitely does not want you to follow him to damp soul. Well, real quick. Ah, I see you understood my subtle hints. You see, I wanted a word with you, away from the others. It's a bit of a touchy subject, and I don't want him getting discouraged or nothing. You're good at keeping secrets, aren't you? Ugh, alright. Truth is, I'm finding it all a bit much. The pressure, the responsibility. I've always been a loner, and nothing I ever did made a lot of difference to anyone else. Whereas it seems to me you're the opposite. By the sounds of it, people are always turning to you for help. Don't you ever worry you'll make some sort of horrible mistake and, I don't know, cause the end of the world or something? What's your secret? Goodbye with a little help from my friends. You're right. I didn't get this far without my friends, and I'm gonna need them in the days to come. Watts Anvil ain't just a place, it's the people who make it what it is. Thanks. I feel a lot better now. And with the great Watts, blood flowing in my veins. There ain't nothing I can't overcome. Of course, I've got Watts hammer as well. Thanks to you for finding it for me. Not that I ever used it, mind you. I'm keeping it safely hidden away until the day comes that I'm skilled enough to wield it myself. This thing? Just a normal everyday hammer, mate. Nothing special, but gets the job done. Huh. Point is, it gives me something to look forward to. A reason not to give up. Can't go disappointing my illustrious ancestor now, can I? Still, honing my skills is all well and good, but if I really want to go down in the history books, I've got to think big. Think beyond what I'm capable of doing on my own. And with friends like you, how can I go wrong? Right. I'd better get back to the workshop before I run out of steam again. I found my motivation now. All I need is a plan. I wonder what Watts would do at a time like this. A shame his expertise was in automata and not tanks. Now all I need is a plan. Automata. The Megasonic Frog Boy and Regid and Carrot, I thought you two was working. We just fancied a spot of eavesdropping. Hope you don't mind. Yes, we heard everything. I wish you'd said something sooner. You don't have to bear the burden on your own, you know. Let us share the load. Share the load. Alright, but don't say I didn't warn you. Wait, what was it that Frog Boy said just now? I know it's only copying what we say, but I feel like it was hinting at something. Now all I need is a plan, automata. That's it. What is? Ah, I see. Actually, we thought Azog might be here too, but she's nowhere to be seen. Gogger not well in need of all the pairs of hands we can get. Perhaps she's made her way back to the workshop by now, and we should probably do likewise. It was a short one. Depending how long the last one is, I might have to combine this with the Loporrit's video. But we'll see. You know more than I do at this point. Oh, it's not over yet. I assume that explanation was... Yeah, it's still going on. Alright. Thanks to the Frog Boy, the way forward seems clear. Come on, I'll show you what I have in mind. I'm gonna use this space to build something that'll speed up production, but I can't do it all on my own. That reminds me, I thought Azog was supposed to be around here somewhere. Did you miss me? Sorry to keep you waiting. I took the liberty of inviting a few friends of yours. I knew it was only a matter of time before you needed my help. My skills don't come cheap, you know. Say, Lick and I may not be engineers, but we're also not adverse to a bit of hard work. Yes, just point out what needs doing and leave the rest to us. Really, considering all that you've done for us, Master Ronray, it would be our pleasure to assist you. You traveled all this way just to help me. Well, not you, Lorethia. You only live round the corner. But I'm grateful all the same. I'm so happy Alright, there's plenty of work to be done and not much time to do it. As for you, yo, just because all these people show up doesn't mean you're off the hook. Time to put my plan into action by causing a load of existing automation parts. By using a load of existing automation parts, I'll be able to upgrade the workshop and build the rest of tanks, even with just a small number of us. Still, there are a few things that need to be made from scratch, and I've got a whole crate's worth of solutions and chemicals I want you to mix. Anything less than perfection and it might blow up in our faces, so bring me your finest work, alright? The ffxiv Mechatoad will dish out whatever materials you'll need. I'm counting on you, Meow. Yep. I love it, animals. Request for ingredients acknowledged. Nice. Aha. Where is it? Let me see. Great work, as always. I'd put this to use right away. There's not a moment to spare. The day of reckoning looming ever closer, Ronnet has decided that it would be quicker to construct an entire factory, complete with automaton workers, than build 4 tanks identical to the one he has already completed. But Ronnet's mind moves in mysterious ways. For what Ronnet lacks in effective time management, he more than makes up for with sheer stubbornness in the face of overwhelming odds. Perhaps this is what has earned him the respect and loyalty of his ragtag collection of friends. I like that. And yet, in spite of Ronet's effort, oh shit. Then that fateful day arrives. The chief will be here any moment, and I still have one more tank to finish. Yo, I have an idea. Come with me. We'll try to buy you some time. You'll get that last tank completed, no matter what it takes. Ooh, I'm not used to all this running about. Here, take this. It's Nitro Brew, an alcoholic beverage that doubles as paint stripper, and is strong enough to knock out a bison. If we leave these kegs in the road, Sama is bound to help himself to a few swigs. Don't give me that look. You clearly don't know how Doris' mind works. Look, there isn't much time, and this is the best I could come up with. Just put them over there and let the dwarven nature take its course. That should do it. And now we wait. What? He's already here. And why is Chief Galag with him? But more importantly, did the Nitro Brew do its job. It must be my lucky day. And besides, be ashamed a little that grog go to waste. For once, I agree with you, old swine. Shut up, how it's battle locks. What did you say? Come on, run it. They won't stay like this forever. What happened? Was I asleep? My head feels like it's been stepped on by Talos. A Talos. Booze must have been involved. Aren't those supposed to be... There are supposed to be tanks around here somewhere. Too little, too late. Yes, I noticed a distinct lack of tanks. I declare this contest well and truly. Not so fast. The hills are alive with the sound of tanks. Run it. What? The bloody hells. The rolling tankards at your service. What's wrong with you two? Aren't you gonna congratulate me on my hard-earned victory? No, we're bloody well not. Have you any idea what you put us through? Did I say my hard-earned victory? Of course, what I meant to say was our hard-earned victory. Yes, yes. Slip of the tongue, that's all. Is that any better? Well, Ronner, you did it. Fair and square. No underhanded dirty tricks. At least none that I'm aware of. Ozog, though I have yet to decide your punishment for consorting with Thalls, I will say this. You have demonstrated the superiority of GOG engineering, without which those tanks would never have seen the light of day. Listen, Chief, I didn't do this because I'm a GOG. I did this because I'm a member of Watsandville. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. All this talk of Thal and GOG has reminded me of something important. We don't often talk about this, but we're When I were a lad, my chief once told me that Thal and Gog were once part of a single tribe. And into that one tribe was born a boy. His name was Watts. He was blessed with curiosity and imagination in abundance, and grew up to become the greatest inventor our kind has ever known. But sadly, the automata that he created caused a rift in our people. Some wanted to use them as workers, while others saw them as tools of war. Oh, the dog opened my door. Okay. And we all know how that ended. The limp-bearded Thals, content to dig their holes until their soil, and the mighty Gogs crushing their enemies and sowing the fields with their blood. Glory to Kamra. A pox on Kamra. A pox, is that the worst you Thals can muster? Stop squabbling, the pair of you. I want to hear the rest of the story. Ah, yes. As I was saying, Watts was beside himself to think that his beloved inventions could lead to so much strife. He locked away the rest of his designs so that they could never bring harm to his fellow dwarves. And those designs included the tank. It all makes sense now. No wonder he didn't want no one finding him. But if I hadn't opened that safe, somebody else would have eventually. How did it open anyway? It was locked tight. Well, it was a long time ago, so I ain't quite sure. But I remember I used a coin, one given to me by a Gog, I think. Ah, that coin. It's the one I gave you. Eh? You mean you're that Gog girl from all those years ago? Maybe this is how Watts planned it all along. His descendants working side by side. It weren't the technology what we were at fault. It was us dwarves and our bickering that caused us to live apart as Thol and Gog. But now one of Watt's ideas might build a bridge between us. Oh, shut up, you daft sod. I think this is all it takes to wash away generations of bad blood. Bah. But on the other hand, we Gogs admire Watts just as much as you Tholes. If you're right, which would be a first, it's worth some thought. Trouble is, it all seems a little too convenient. The coin, the chance reunion, all the other coincidences, there are probably a load more I don't even know about. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. You see, all the coincidences in the world won't do you no good if you ain't got the gumption to make the most of them. Something Ronick and Nozog have in spades. Right, that's enough blathering out of me. I'm off for a pint at the Crystarium on my way home. And if you two think this is the end, think again. 5 tanks is just a start. I'll take more than that to solve the world's troubles. Alright, I hear you. Now bugger off and let us get on with it. That's funny. I thought those two were enemies. Probably got more in common than they realize. Anyway, it's time we got back to the anvil. So, you and Ozog brought me some time, did you? Should have bought a little bit more by the sounds of it. Eh, just joking. If it weren't for you two, I'd never have made it. I suppose that's what Sandville is all about. You lot working your asses off to make me look good. Something like that, anyway. But it's like the chief said, a measly 5 tanks ain't gonna right the world's wrong, so I reckon 500 ought to do it. We better get to work and no slacking. Okay. 31 minutes. There is more, right? Yeah, the last one. Okay. I'll see you in a sec. Oh, wait. Okay. Let's finish the video, shall we? Just who I was hoping to see. Lally ho to you too, yo. Lally ho. Ah, a fine lally ho if ever I heard one. Since the last time we spoke, we've been busier than ever. Our first paying customers, Irovala and Kabalava, have already started using rolling tankards to ferry the goods about. So far, there have been no reports of any horrendous accidents or anything, which is a relief. We'll be aiming for the same high level of quality for the rest of the tanks. And thanks to our new friends, world's been getting around fast. Orders have been flying in thick and fast. This is going to be better than I dared dream. Bleh. This calls for a celebration. Of course, it wouldn't be the same without all the others, so I'll go around them up. In the meantime, why don't you go over to Clement and wait with Lethia? That shit's shiny. Okay. Oh yeah, all tables are shiny now. Oh, I see you're the opposite way of what they call fashionably late. Since you're here, you can help me get everything ready. Heh, I'm surprised you assisted the temptation start digging in before we got here. I bet you ain't even never seen a feast like this. We've got the best grub Norvental has to offer. Euless and Sockquake even brought a keg of their famous ale from right. But how did they carry something so heavy all this way? I heard you cry. Yeah, that's right. By tank, of course. Those things might be armed to the teeth with some of the world's most advanced weaponry, but it's what they carry that makes the real difference. People across land can get what they need when they need it. Not to mention a few luxuries too, of life's luxuries too. Yeah. It seems all our hard work has finally paid off. To think that Right is at long last able to produce its own ale again. Thanks to you and Ronit, we've had the best barley crops in years. Even our very first batch has earned the approval of our village's most demanding beer aficionados, and due to the much improved quality of the soil, we have begun growing our own fruit, the juice of which we brought for the younger ones and teetotalers to enjoy. Alright, everyone, it's time for a toast. So raise a tankard of ale or a tankard of juice if you're mulling well like Ronit. Watch it, Ozog. You'll be wanting that drink of yours. To the continued success of Watts Anvil and all our friends. Cheers. The years of struggle and adversity seem a distant memory to the inhabitants of the First as they strive for a better tomorrow. In particular, the dwarves of Kalusha will have a vital role in the days to come, with their ingenuity and diligence paving the way to unlimited success, maybe? Even after the dishes were cleared away, the celebrations continued. Shade there, miss. You don't seem drunk in the slightest. I would just like to say, Shay. Oh, correct. At least finish your sentences before you fall asleep. I think we might. What he mean is we owe all our friends our heartfelt thanks, especially Ronit. Before he showed up, he would say boo to Gushi, but now he's turned into a great leader. Must be from following your example. We know you've got other people out there who need you, so it would be selfish to expect you to stay. But we're grateful for the time you've spent with us. It means a lot, it really does. And if you're ever passing through, be sure to pay us a visit. Anyway, we'd best be heading back to Anvil. Safe travels. Oh, and make sure you say goodbye to Ista and Schwa Lake before you leave. They'll be meaning to speak with you. Oh, hold on. Gotta get my cat. Oh, okay, I'm back. I must say, this is quite the gathering. Oh, there you are. Elis, this, and I were just talking to you. We were wondering if the ale was to your liking. Then it occurred to me that you may not even drink in the first place. Do you partake in the odd triple? You can't buy love, but you can buy alcohol, which is better. Nah, I never touch the stuff. Then perhaps we have found another customer for our soon to be famous fruit juice. And be sure to tell your friends. Can I say, Sick Luke, how wonderful it is to see you in such high spirits. You're like a changed man. A change we have you to thank for, yo. Considering all you've done for us in our village, I cannot imagine how we will ever repay you. So if there is aught you need, just say the word. My sentiments exactly. I dread to think that what would become of us without your intervention. Yes, we owe you a debt of gratitude to Master Ronid as well. Thanks to him and his autonomon, my father's dream has at long last come true. If we take a leaf out of Ronit's book by combining ingenuity with hard work, there is nothing we cannot achieve. Maybe the next time you come to write, you'll have something new to show you. Our doors are always open, so don't be a stranger.
1 second. I almost forgot to ask, but what have you spoken of with Azog? It seems there is something she would like to discuss with you. Blah. Reading. Okay.
Have you eaten your fill, yo? I'm sure she has far room for more. Have you tried those regulars from Armorang? If you can plug up the courage, they're quite delicious. Yeah, I can't get enough of them. I just thinking about them is making me queasy. Come on, live a little. It's like I always say, youth is wasted on the young. Yes, and it'll be even more of a waste if a gifted engineer like me chokes to death on some godforsaken worm. I have to look after myself if I want these plans of ours to come to fruition. Anyway, Lorithia, I'll bet your best years are still ahead of you. In fact, why don't you come and help out at Watts Anvil? It's gotta be better than drinking tea and soaking in the hot springs all day. When you get to be my age, you'll learn to appreciate things like that. You mark my words. Still, it wouldn't do to let my skills get rusty. Suppose I could pop up over and do a spot of welding from time to time? Actually, yo, there's something I wanted to say to you. For most of my life, I've been living according to others' expectations, without thinking what I want. But thanks to you, I made up my mind. Like you, I'm going to pursue my golden goals, my own dreams. That's what I've decided to carry on here, where I can express myself and be who I want to be. Rather than wasting my life being bound by traditions and rules, I want to be free to go wherever I please and do as I please. But don't you want to go back to your village? All the Tholes there have permission to travel between Tamra and Envo whenever they want. What about you? Well, it's not as though I've been banished. Not yet, anyway. Oh, shit. I can hardly go back to Kamra now, can I? Fuck, you're a Lalafell. Put the thing back on.
Wait, no. That's mean. I have Lalafell friends, I shouldn't say that. But those ears, man. From this day forth, I am no longer a Gog. I shall live as Azog, descendant of Watts himself. I answer to no one. But you can't just take off your helmet like that. It's indecent. That's right. I think he's just getting flustered by the sight of a pretty girl. Ha, how can he expect to beat me in battle of wits when he turns into a blabbling buffoon every time I take my helmet off? Watt's hammer is as good as mine. That reminds me, I should get started on my next creation and improve my superiority once and for all. Time to head back to the anvil. It looks like I might be joining you sooner rather than later. You young'uns have brought me some much needed excitement. I can't wait to see what you'll come up with next. This certainly makes a difference from the usual crowd we have here at Clement. That Ozog ain't she got no shame. Because she won't want to come back to Karma, she's no need to expose herself like that. I know you ain't a Thol or a Gog, so I don't expect you to understand, but you agree with me, don't you? You should take off your helmet too, you might find it liberating. What? No, absolutely not. Never. I'd never lose my whole damn head than remove my helmet. I'd rather lose my whole damn head than remove my helmet. This is all Ozdog's fault. She needs a buddy talking to. But that can wait. Bugger it. I can't remember what I was gonna say now. Something about tanking you, or whatever, thanking you, or whatever it was. Well, I suppose I should be expressing my gratitude for sticking with me through thick and thin, even when it looked like this whole plan was gonna blow up into my face. I know sometimes I can get a bit jealous of you having so many talents compared to me, being the savior of the bleeding world, that is. But I know that you ain't doing it to steal my thunder. You're just trying to be a good friend. And you are. The very best. 1 second. Oh, I forgot to pause. Sorry about that. Bloody hells. Keep this up and I'll start bawling like a newborn. Anyway, the struggle to get those tanks might be over, but me, Ozog, and the others will carry on here. So if you ever feel like showing off those skills of yours, you know where to come in the meantime. Best of luck with saving the world or whatever you be doing. Thanks for the memory.
Nice. Don't you worry about me, mate. I'll be holding down the fort here, keeping an eye on this lot. Still, if you fancy chipping in with a bit of work, I ain't gonna say no. Alright. That's it for the dwarf quests. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. This will be a shorter video than normal, but that's okay. Yeah. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Whatever it is. Peace.